Hello guys, Mr. Acrophobia. Hope you're all doing well. Today I've got a build for the global event Guardians for you. But if you don't know, if you're new to the game and you don't know how to activate the Guardians event or just global events in general, all you have to do is just go to the pause menu, click on seasons, and then find your global event. Click it, and you see below this box, the rewards below. It says deactivate for me, but it will say activate for you. But that's how you do it, guys, and you've got the rewards here. If you get the stars, then this build will easily get you stars really quick. I did a control point in about 2 minutes with the build I'm using. But if you like my content, guys, like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. So our first piece of gear that we're using is the Hunter's Fury mask. 2-piece gives us 15% shotgun damage and 15% SMG damage. 3-piece gives us 20% armor on kill and 50% health on kill. We'll get 30% armor on kill because we're using gunner. 4th piece is Apex Predator. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times, which is a lot of damage. And then the core attribute we're using on this mask is 15% weapon damage, 12% critical hit damage attribute, and the mod is 6% critical hit chance. So our second piece of Hunter's Fury is the holster. I've rolled it to a blue core. We have 12% critical hit damage on the attribute as well. The knee pads, we have Hunter's Fury as well. Core attribute is 15% weapon damage and 12% critical hit damage again. And our final 4th piece of Hunter's Fury is the gloves. The core attribute is a blue and we have 12% critical hit damage. So the chest piece we're using is the Grupo Sombra, which gives us 15% critical hit damage for using 1 piece of it. Core attribute is 15% weapon damage, a red. The attributes are 6% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and the mod is 12% critical hit damage as well. And the talent we're using is Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 25 times. So do remember, guys, when you get a Guardian kill, your rate of fire on your gun will go like sky high, really high, so you'll easily get Obliterate super quick. And this is just for solo, but I mainly play solo. But when you're in a group, guys, if you do play in a group, when you kill that Guardian, the buff you receive goes to all your teammates. Just to let you know if you didn't know that. And then the backpack I'm using is the Exotic Memento. We get all 3 cores with this. We get 15% weapon damage, a blue core, and a skill tier. And the mod we're using is 6% critical chance. And if you don't have this exotic yet, kill confirmed is the talent. Enemies you kill drop a trophy on death. Collecting trophies provides both a short and long term buff, the first of which scales with the number of core attributes equipped and lasts 10 seconds. So we have 4 red cores, so 5% weapon damage. We'll get 20% weapon damage when we pick up a trophy. We have 3 blue cores, so we'll get 30% bonus armor when we pick up a trophy. And skill tier, we have 1 skill tier, so we'll get 5% skill efficiency. For every trophy collected, gain an additional 1% weapon damage, so 30%, 1% skill efficiency, so 30% skill efficiency, and 0.1% armor regen for 300 seconds, which is 3% armor regen for 5 minutes, guys. And it only stacks to 30. But do remember, on this event, because they changed it in Project Resolve, when you get a kill, you actually have all your armor back. So basically, the armor on kill on this build for the global event, it just gives you all your armor back, and it gives you bonus armor as well, and that is when you get a kill, and when you pick up a trophy you'll have even more bonus armor. So it's a lot of survivability in this build. So the primary weapon I'm using, guys, is the Lady Death Exotic. I'm using this because it's quick, it makes you run quick, and it has a lot of damage as well. So the core attribute is 14.3% SMG damage, that can be 15, 21% critical hit chance, and I've rolled the attribute at the bottom to 10% damage to targets out of cover. And the talent is breathe free. When moving, gain 4 stacks per second or 8 stacks if sprinting. Max stack is equal to the weapon's magazine size. Each round fired consumes a stack, amplifying damage by 75%. Kills grant 20% movement speed for 10 seconds, which is this is actually a really good gun. And those are the mods. And then the secondary we're using the shotgun, obviously, because you know the Hunter's Fury gives you 15% SMG and shotgun damage, so I thought I'd go with shotgun. So we have the M870. Core attributes are 15% shotgun damage, 12% damage to armor, and 8% damage to targets out of cover. That can be 10%. And then the talent I'm using is Optimist. Weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. I'd recommend either using Optimist or Pummel, but Pummel's more of a talent than you use with Headhunter, guys. But it's completely up to you guys. This is just a template, this video, so change it how you like. But those are the mods I'm using. And then the sidearm, I'm just using the Orbit. You can only get it from the Dark Zone and named caches. So if you go and play some Countdown, you can buy the caches from the vendor. The attributes are 15% pistol damage, 10% damage targets out of cover, and the talent is Perfect Finisher. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy grants 35% critical chance and 40% critical damage for 15 seconds. And that's the mod there. So the first skill we're using is the Crusader Ballistic Shield. We're using this because we have 3 blue cores and we have a skill tier, so we'll have a tier 4 shield, which is pretty tanky. But most of the time, guys, you won't really even use it because like you're so overpowered in this global event when you have the buff. But those are the mods I'm using as well. So the second skill that I'm using is the Decoy Holographic Distraction. It's tier 1 because we get a tier from the backpack, and those are the mods. But guys, you can change the skills how you like. It's completely up to you. If you want another type of decoy, I'd recommend using the Assault Turret because they focus on the turret while you're running around shooting them all. But completely up to you. So the overall build is 4-piece Hunter's Fury, Grupo Sombra chest piece with Obliterate, guys, and the backpack is Memento because you get all the benefits from it. You get bonus armor, so you'll get 30% bonus armor because you have 3 blue cores. You have 4 reds, so you'll get 20% weapon damage when you pick up a trophy, and you have 1 skill tier. And remember, when you have all the trophies, you'll have an extra 30% weapon damage and skill efficiency for your shield and your other skill. And we have the Lady Death because it makes you run really quick. Also gives you 75% amplified damage. The shotgun, that's just a secondary. But if you just want to use a shotgun, I'd recommend swapping Obliterate for Headhunter and all your stats to headshot damage, and your talent on your shotgun to Pummel. But I'll show you the stats now. So our crit chance is 59% on the Lady Death, 137% critical hit damage. Our shotgun is 38% critical hit chance, and the crit damage is 132%. The pistol is 33% critical hit chance and 132% critical hit damage. So if I just scroll down for you guys. So we have 70% all weapons damage bonus. We have SMG damage 29.3%. That's not 30% because I don't have my Lady Death maxed, guys, but it will be 30% if you do. We have 30% shotgun. Go further down, we have 3 blues, which is 1.3 million. It says 1.28 here, so it just rounds off to 1.3. Armor on kill we have as well, but like I said, on this global event, because of the changes, when you get a kill, you'll just get all your armor back and bonus armor as well. So there's no armor on kill is not a big deal on this global event. So the specialization that I'm using with this build, guys, is the gunner specialization. Reason I'm using it is just because of the 10% armor on kill, but like I said, you'll get all your armor back anyway. We get third reload is 50% faster, which is always helpful. We have a decent medkit, but you won't even be using your medkits, guys, because of this global event. We have supply line, generate 10% of total armor capacity every 60 seconds. That's helpful. And if you're in a group, it will give it to your teammates as well. And then fire rate increased by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. That's always good. We have 15% shotgun damage, 15% SMG damage, and 15% sidearm damage. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys, of this build. Give it a go. It's actually really fun. I'm already 15 levels after like maybe half an hour from doing missions. But obviously, if you do control points, you can do them in 2 minutes, so you can easily get up tons of levels really quick. But thanks for watching, guys, and happy hunting.